In today's video, we're covering how to make your Mac laptop run cooler and faster with barely any noise increase. By default, Mac laptops are set to slow simmer. Tired of ending up medium rare after a long productivity session? For the gentlemen out there, want to make sure everything is okay with using your laptop on your lap? Our goal is to slightly change your Mac's fan curves to make it usable on your lap. We're turning down the heat dial, using our robust app to strategically make custom settings for your Mac's fans, and still keeping them quiet but doing wonders for your thermals and your lap. This app will boost your fans when quiet and in performance mode and also increase your Mac's performance. It's worth mentioning that I use a MacBook Pro 16-inch for this video, but this will work on any Mac laptop and on any Mac after 2008, and I'll share a link to all of the supported models in the description. Here's the overview for the video. Download and pricing and trial period, custom fan settings instructions, the results for temperature, the results for performance, and finally thoughts on alternatives, battery, and durability. I recommend you watch the entire video through first to see how it works and then going back to follow along with the steps. I'll be adding pause icons like this so it's easy to follow along between steps. Download. Now, a lot of work obviously went into this application, so the developer charges $20 with a trial period of a week. The application is called TG Pro. It's made to be safe to use, unlike a patch, and it makes use of Apple's security protocols, so no messing with system files. The download link is in the description. Custom fan settings instructions. Here we have the meat and potatoes of the video. We're covering two configurations. The first is general productivity, which should suit most people. This setting keeps noise levels down and is suitable for day-to-day tasks. The second profile we're doing is one where we set a maximum temperature, and even if the fans get loud, we'll never go past that temperature. And it's for power users who want to render videos on their lap but still have the laptop be cool. Day-to-day for most viewers. To begin, let's launch TG Pro. You can launch the main interface by clicking on the menu bar item that appears and then clicking any temperature. As you can see, it has a plethora of features and information, and we might cover that in a future video. For now, by System, Max, and Auto Boost, we want to click the settings icon. This brings up the fan control page where we'll want to make two important entries. The first is resting fan rate, which by default is too low. We're making the fans faster when the computer isn't doing much to keep it cool. The trick is that the difference between 0% and 20% fans is hardly noticeable, but your laptop will run cooler. In my example, it was 20%. Even though there's no sound difference, you can feel a ton of air moving on a 16-inch MacBook Pro with no noise changes. That's our resting fan rate. It will stop the temperature from climbing up in the first place when you're using the laptop on your lap. Make a setting for something low like 20 degrees Celsius, which is always below what the laptop runs at, and set the setting to 20% fans. The second setting we want to set is our maximum temperature. This is the temperature at which we go to full fans to stop the system from cooking itself. The system is set at 100 degrees Celsius, and I'm personally comfortable with a high end of 80 degrees Celsius, so the fans will go to 100% as soon as anything hits 80 degrees or over. Make a setting that says 100% fans at 80 degrees Celsius instead. For the rest of the fan speeds in between, put a few settings that make a gradual increase between the two settings we just made. If you're not super technical, then feel free to copy all of these settings since they'll work fine. These are fan speeds for different temperatures to make sure our fans don't jump between 20% and 100%. Set the Auto Boost gradual time to around 5 to 10 seconds so the transitions between fan speeds are smooth. For system overrides, select Use Auto Boost instead of Auto Max to boost the fans only. Auto Max is for those who might want to limit fan speeds, and we're steering clear of that option because we don't want to damage our Macs by limiting the fans, we're just boosting them. Demanding tasks, noise agnostic. Next up, we have settings for power users. This is the setting for those who never want the laptop to go above 50 or 60 degrees Celsius on their laps and don't care about noise, if you're doing things like playing games with headphones or rendering videos. If this isn't you, skip ahead to the results now. Welcome, power users. To find your temperature ceiling, try using TG Pro for a day or two with your laptop on your lap and see what temperatures make you uncomfortable. If 50 degrees Celsius sustained or anything above is unacceptable for comfortably using your laptop on your lap, then that's our maximum temperature. Go into TG Pro and on battery power, set the fans to 100% at 50 degrees Celsius and put some high value for fan speed like 80% above 45 degrees and work your way downwards from there to our base fan speed, which is the same as before. For this setting, we want to set the fans to be more gradual, otherwise we'll constantly hear the fans spin up and down and the results will look like this. The fan will get noisy, but it won't be uncomfortable to use on your lap with demanding tasks. Results. Here are the results with the first daily driver option for most people. Running without TG Pro at the system default, we settled at around 62 degrees Celsius at 32 decibels. With TG Pro, we're hovering at a comfortable 42 degrees Celsius, and the fans are slightly louder at 33 decibels, but are still inaudible with the background noise in an average home. Without TG Pro, the laptop was uncomfortable to the touch and way too warm on one's lap. For reference, the fans were audible for me at around 22 to 23% or 34-35 decibels with the Apple Watch. My results were after using the MacBook Pro for general productivity, using the laptop for work with Notes, Slack, OneNote, and a virtual machine running. Results. Performance. For our performance tests, we ran Cinebench Release 20, a benchmarking stress test tool. Before, 2480. After, almost 2600, a boost of 8%. This performance boost will translate into faster games, video edits, anything that heats the system for a long time. Why is this? Our fan curves are more aggressive and custom and translate into better cooling when the fans are quiet and more aggressive fans when we need to cool the system. As a result, our fans spin up earlier and give us longer sustained performance. Comment below which performance increases you saw. Finally, thoughts on alternatives battery durability. TG Pro alternatives. An alternative, which I've linked below, is getting a laptop pad for around the same money as this app. For some, laptop pads are an excellent way to go. In this video, we're covering a different method for those who are out and about or anywhere in public and don't want the hassle of carrying a laptop pad. For at-home use, a pad is terrific. Battery life. I haven't performed battery tests, but if I do, I'll be sure to leave those in the comments. Let me know if you'd like to see those results at some point to see which is worse, running the fans a bit faster or running the Mac really hot. Durability. The components other than the fans will live longer as a result. Heat in general is damaging to components. On MacBooks, the screens, for example, are held on by glue. I did a fan replacement on an old MacBook Pro, and while the fan cost me around $50 at most, an entire screen assembly alone runs you at least $200 to $300, or $500 to $700 at Apple, not to mention the other components such as the processor and main board that will last longer thanks to being enveloped in less heat. The cons of TG Pro are that the fans might need to be replaced sooner, since we're running them faster, and that there will be slightly higher noise levels when doing demanding tasks. To avoid this, you can quickly switch the profile back when your Mac is plugged in, and only switch to the faster fan profile when you're using the Mac on your lap, so it's no longer on slow simmer. In conclusion, we covered a robust app called TG Pro and tweaked our Mac's fans to increase how much air moves by default without making it that much louder. Overall, we saw a marked improvement in both temperatures and performance and looked at noise differences. Thanks for watching and have a great day.